Alright, budget magic time. Playing Savannah Lions in standard. This hand's pretty sweet. Got the 2 lands, which is about perfect. See what we're up against. See if we can finish off this budget magic with a win. Ooh, could be Abzan. Not sure how Abzan would work. Pacifism and Valorous stance would be helpful. Or are helpful. We have them in hand. Ooh. I don't know what this is. Maybe like a Bant token deck? Well, we'll get in with Expedition Envoy. And I think we're just going to Woe Reaper so we can face down this Dragon Slayer in the future. Even though it doesn't use our mana as efficiently, I think Dragon Slayer has more value being cast face down. Nissa searches out a land. Well, we can Silk Wrap the Nissa. The thing I'm most scared of, I think, is a Gideon. Or do we just attack into the... We could attack into the Nissa. That's actually probably fine. Let's just attack. If our opponent wants to trade a 1-drop for a Nissa, that's acceptable. Blocks Expedition Envoy. Then we can play face down Dragon Slayer. This way we save all removal, and if our opponent plays a Gideon, we can pacify or Silk Wrap the token, and then immediately attack and kill the Gideon. Oh, this is a ramp deck? Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. We gotta hope they don't have Nissa's Renewal. Or Ugin. Guess we'll just get in there, leave up our mana, put our opponent to 12. Nissa's Renewal just gains so much life. It undoes basically all of our work. There it is. Oh, our opponent gets 3 lands and gains 6 life, which is the bigger problem. We kind of want to leave this Dragon Slayer face down, because if it's face down, then Ugin can't exile it. Play Woe Reaper, exile Nissa, and Expedition Envoy. Gain a couple life. Not that it is all that likely to matter. So our opponent has 9 mana. Oh my god, another Nissa's Renewal. Oh. That card is so bad for us. And Stasis Snare. Can't do anything about that. Yeah, we basically just gotta hope our opponent's out of action. That's basically it. If they're out of action, we could win many turns from now. But if they have an Ugin or something, we scoop it up. We can't beat an Ugin. We probably can't beat a... Oh, is this the turns deck? It is. Alright. Now let's Valor stance, get rid of that forest. They get another turn. Hopefully they just don't have anything. Anticipate. So this is a different version of the turns deck. Planar Outburst is still pretty deadly here. Do they have another turn spell? Looks like another part the Waterveil. Yep. Oh, we just gotta hope they're out of action. We take 6. If they have a Wrath or another take an extra turn spell. Alright, searches for a land. They're down to 1 card. Do they have another? What's their last card? Lumbering Falls. Alright. We are still alive. Take 6. So we just gotta hope our opponent draws nothing forever. Well, we can Kytheon. Puts a counter on our Woe Reaper. Then I guess we just attack with everything. And I think we just Silk Wrap to get rid of the Canopy Vista. And hope our opponent doesn't draw anything too threatening. Silk Wrap. Probably gets rid of our Kytheon, I assume. Yep. Well, our opponent's still out of cards. I don't think they can attack, or they just lose. Can we make them... Well, I guess we can make them chump. Or actually, they can trade with our one Woe Reaper. But now they have to activate and block. And it pretty much means... Or I guess they can trade with any of our creatures. But this pretty much puts them in the position where they either draw something to win the game next turn, or else it's game over. Put our opponent to 3. Well, let's see what they draw. Another Nissa's Renewal would be bad. Another part, the Waterveil, would be deadly. Alright. Whew! That was close. Well, we definitely want... This is a different build of the deck than what we were playing. We want this Felidar Cub, since it can kill their enchantments, which they are using for removal. And then we might want to get rid of pacifisms, and in their place bring in these Celestial Flares, since they are pretty good at taking down an Awakened Land or a Lumbering Falls. And one more... Knight should be decent in this matchup. We need one more cut. Mastery of the Unseen is also an interesting option, but I think this matchup is too fast. We're unlikely to get to 4 mana in time to start activating things. Now this is a reasonable draw. We gotta hope our opponent doesn't have a Wrath, basically. Oh, Jetty Offshoot. That's a blocker, and it gains our opponent life. So we'll just go Expedition Envoy. Lumbering Falls for our opponent. Ooh, Valorous Stance will be good eventually. Anafenza. It looks like, I think we're basically just going to pour our hand on the battlefield. I don't think we can hold back. Hidden Dragon Slayer. That'll be for later. So Dragon Hunter. Put a counter on Expedition Envoy. Council's Lieutenant. Put a counter on Council's Lieutenant. Get in with the Expedition Envoy. Hope we can keep avoiding a Wrath. Opponent gains another life. I guess we keep going. Face down Dragon Slayer. Puts a counter on Dragon Hunter. Attack with everything. Blocks the Council's Lieutenant. Alright, that's fine. We still get in some damage. Down to 12. So, does our opponent have a Wrath? They need something good. They can't Nissa's Renewal yet. Do they have Plains Wrath? They have White Source. Oh no, come on. Oh man. Now we're in really rough shape. Oh, we were 1 turn away. 1 turn too slow. I think that means if we were on the play that game, we would have won. And they just part the Waterveil to take an extra turn. Okay. It's not too threatening when our opponent doesn't have a creature, and they can't awaken the part the Waterveil. Well, hopefully they tick down Nissa and we can just kill it. They tick up Nissa, get an Explosive Vegetation, cast Explosive Vegetation, Can we even attack Nissa? I don't think so. I think we just got to go after our opponent's life. If they make a 4/4, we can kill it. Jotty offshoot. Yeah, that is another blocker. Gains our opponent some more life. Another part the Waterveil. Well, we get to destroy the forest. Oh, Silk Wrap. Yeah, I think we're dead. I don't think we can get back from this. Anna Fens is down. Our opponent... Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep, that does it. Our opponent's going to ultimate that Nissa, and we die. I think we run it back. We were close there. We were one turn away. Alright. We'll go for it. We would like to draw another creature so we can flip our Gideon. That seems really key if we can somehow flip our Gideon. We do have two ways to deal with our opponent's creatures. Our opponent mulliganed. Maybe we got a shot here. Alright, let's Expedition Envoy. So a 1-drop that is not Gideon, or Kytheon, would probably be our best draw, so we could get the turn 3 flip Gideon. If our opponent doesn't have removal. Ugh. That won't do it. Can't even attack. Well, there's a 1-drop. Woe Reaper. Well, it would have been so much better last turn. Because now if our opponent has an untapped white source, they can just Silk Wrap or something to get rid of our Kytheon. And we can't really do anything about it. Could have Celestial Flared there. Maybe that was a good choice. Oh, they don't have the white source, so I think we are going to get to flip Kytheon. Which is awesome. Another planes. Alright, let's attack with everything. Opponent just takes it. We flip Kytheon. Then we can I guess untap our Woe Reaper, make it indestructible. Got our opponent to 15. We will want to be aware of Stasis Snare if our opponent has double white, taking down our Gideon. That is one of the few answers to it. And there's double white. Well, what does our opponent do here? Alright, they are just going to search out a land with natural connections, gain a life. Well, we are in the clear to attack here. Another land. Alright, activate our Gideon. Swing with the team. I think now we want to get rid of that Jotty offshoot. Hit our opponent down to 11, play the land. So we're a little land heavy, but we still might be getting there. We have good protection for a Wrath. We have a way to answer a big creature. Nissa's Renewal is pretty annoying, though. That undoes an entire turn of attacking. And another land is not at all what we were hoping for. Yeah, 7 lands. If we win this, I would be pretty amazed. I don't think I've ever won a match with this deck when we draw 7 lands. That just usually isn't possible. But our opponent's down to 2 cards. And we do have an Awakened land covered. Opponent goes with Planner Outburst. Alright. Well, we are on the Gideon plan. We are going to Valorous Stance to get rid of that Canopy Vista. Come on, creature. Alright, Knight of the White Orchid. Not bad. Searches out another land. So we have so many lands. I guess we gotta attack here. It's a little risky if our opponent has another Planar Outburst. They kill our Knight and then they kill our Gideon. So if their last card is another Planar Outburst, we're suddenly empty boarded. Ojutai's Command draws a card, gets back Jotty Offshoot. Interesting. Blighted Woodland, so our opponent's down to one card yet again. Sacks Blighted Woodland. I don't think there's a way we can win the game this coming turn. But we got a lot of pressure on our opponent. Hopefully we don't draw another land. Expedition Envoy. Alright, let's attack with Gideon. If our opponent wants to block, that's fine. Opponent does block with Jotty Offshoot. Play Expedition Envoy. Alright. What's our opponent have? Silkrap. Alright, Silkrap's fine. We can deal with Silkrap here. Planar Outburst is the one card we're most scared of. Just because that kills our Gideon too with the hasty land. Consul's Lieutenant. Do we want to pump up our Gideon so we don't lose it to a land? We attack with everything and we can kill our opponent next turn. If we resolve this Consul's Lieutenant, yeah, let's just attack with this Knight. Put our opponent to 8. Play Consul's Lieutenant. And then untap this Knight. So what that does, we still have lethal next turn if our opponent has nothing. And our Gideon is out of range from the 4/4 Awakened Land. Oh, alright, let's go for it. Now we have like double lethal. We can win through a Stasis Snare. Sweet! We got there! Oh, that was a close one. Alright, Savannah Lion's getting it done. Most surprisingly, in a draw where we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. So, we'll take it.